Well, good morning, my dear friends. It's such a joy to be here as always. I am Dr. Lorelei Nassar, leading of a dental clinic in Bucharest and the founder of the concept psychodentistry. And now we are going to talk about, of course, healthy entrepreneurship in Romania with Osnat Peled. ברוכה הבאה.
Shalom, boker tov, good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
It's such a joy to have you here. Not to mention, first of all, I want to tell you by the Business Women Forum, which Osnat is leading, which is such an amazing thing to go. And you have already, how many people?
4,200 plus members.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All over Romania, I understand.
It's true, but the majority are coming from Bucharest because most of our activities are handled in Bucharest, so we are focused in this area currently.
Wonderful. What are you doing here in Romania, Osnat?
Enjoying life. Of course.
Well, you noticed already that I told her hello in Hebrew, as she's coming from Israel, which is my second home country. And I love her much. I love her so much, and her presence here, it's indeed amazing. So, what are you doing besides enjoying life?
Well, yes, it is true. I relocated from Israel to Romania many years ago, and whenever I talk about it, I'm always mentioning that I'm Israeli in my heart, but by now I'm Romanian. And then started many questions about why I'm not speaking the language, etc., etc. So I have a disclaimer. I do speak the language, but it's not the best level that I could suggest. So I always prefer to stick with my cozy place and do it in English. And thank you for allowing this. I came to Romania because of an opportunity, an entrepreneuring opportunity that we had. I was also an entrepreneur in Israel. I'm actually an entrepreneur for the last 20 years. So I started very, very young.
Wonderful.
And Romania had back then and also today many, many opportunities. And you can see many Israelis and expats and foreigners that are moving to Romania and starting new businesses or enlarging existing businesses, trying new concepts, etc. And that was the case. We had a very interesting opportunity. We came and we stayed.
Good, very good. Well, because it's important to mention this because we're living in a place and in a time where a lot of Romanians are going abroad, and I'm very sad about this. You remember me myself, I came back from Israel 13 years before, and I founded here 2 companies which are going very, very well. So how do you find the business environment in Romania? What do you think about this?
First of all, there are major differences from the Romania that I've met when I came in 2005 to the one that we have now. Romania indeed has progressed a lot, and we see that it's in a very advanced situation. Now in the middle also we have a criza, but we passed the criza. Romania, as I see it, is the land of opportunities.
Good.
It's the land of opportunities. It is still a developing countries, and there are many, many needs. These needs are also a catalyst for many people to leave the country, because when you need to work on different infrastructure systems and different services that are not existing here, you might get tired. So this is why we see many Romanians that are leaving. But I'm choosing to stay because I believe that there are many, many opportunities in the countries. It's not easy. It's not an easy country, but whoever thinks that somewhere else is easier, I have breaking news for you. It's not.
Well done.
Every country has its own limitation and has boundaries, and it's always hard. And being an entrepreneur is a very hard journey.
Right.
It's not an easy journey.
It's with ups and downs, and yes, and nobody's off of this thing.
It's not a choice between us. It's not a choice of normal people. It's not a normal choice. And whenever we choose to be entrepreneurs, we know that we are stepping out from having a balance and normal life, a fixed salary, and etc. So that's always the starting point. for every entrepreneur. And then you have an idea. And then you are coming to such a unique country like Romania, which is developing. And for me, coming from a Western country like Israel, that is a very technological and innovative country, I feel like I'm coming from the future because I see many things that are missing here and we can do. This is why this is the land of opportunities, with all the obstacles and the challenges that this country brings. You can still do amazing stuff. Yes, it will be hard, but it will be hard anyway.
Right. I felt the same. I totally approve this because I felt the same when I came here, bringing all my medical knowledge. Well, from this point of view, Israel, it's also on the top, like a medical practice and medical knowledge. And I felt exactly the same, that I'm coming back from the future. And it's what allowed me to build myself and to build my companies and so on and so on. And it's a huge satisfaction.
I'm sure it also gave you some kind of advantage, because you came also with some customer service standards. Still an area that has to be improved in the Romanian economy. And then with the technologies, the innovation, and your customer orientation point of view, you can really create an advantage. Right. This is where opportunities are created.
Exactly. So what made you choose this women leadership program, kind of a program you're leading here?
So if we're talking about Business Women Forum Romania, that's a very beautiful story, because when I was a young entrepreneur in Israel, I was a part of such a community. In Israel, this community is funded and monitored and managed by the Israeli government. So it's not a governmental institution, but it is managed as a service that the government is giving to entrepreneurs. This community was very significant in my life. It was contributing me to grow as a better entrepreneur. They provided me know-how, they provided me mentoring, and they provided me the essence of being a part of a community, networking. Because when you are starting and you are lacking with network and you are lacking with contacts, etc., you need people to help you. And in this community, I found these people. I remember that I was kind of young. I was on my early 20s, and I thought, why they're helping me? How come they're so nice?
Thinking like everything has a cost.
Exactly, but it's not. In pure networking, people are helping you, because this is the way they create the networking. They know they will help you. It's like an insurance policy. I'm helping you, and whenever I need, you will help me. That's a community. And it was a very important part of my life as a young entrepreneur. After some years, I became also a mentor in this community, and it was a very, very important part of my life. When I came to Romania, I couldn't find such a community. And on my list, on my secret list, it was there. I should do something like this. And many years passed, because Romania is hectic. You become very busy in Romania, and many things happen through the years. Also, my family grown, so I had another child, etc., etc. 10 years after was my moment to actually make the step and initiate this community, with the idea of almost copying the model, the one that I knew from Israel, just without any connection to the government, obviously. So it's an NGO, it's an ONG that is working without any political context, and aims to support the business women in Romania. And when we say business women, we mean company owners, corporate managers, NGO owners, and also startups. So these are the four niche that we are proposing our help. And the idea was to create a similar community to the one I had in Israel, also with a similar philosophy. So we do not charge a member fee, for example. So the philosophy is copied and will remain the same, because this is the winning recipe. To my surprise, the growth of this community is huge. The rate growth of the community is huge. I was at first thinking we will be a few hundreds, but Today we are counting 4,200 with a growth rate of 100 to 200 new members every month. So the growth rate is outstanding. And these women, they are searching to be a part of a community. They are searching to grow their business, their know-how, to create contacts, and to create also friendships and collaborations. Yes. So you have been in our event. Indeed, and you've seen that it's very authentic, and we are really to support each other by with the same target. Let's grow together.
Which is an amazing thing, because since always men had those kind of mechanisms. I mean, like serving in the army, they are together. Playing football, they are together. Doing things that, getting out to a beer, they are together. And we didn't have this kind of traditional means of getting together and building networks and doing things and supporting our reciprocal growth. So it is indeed amazing. And I can tell you, girls, that a lot of very, very, very interesting things are happening. Last week, yes, I was in one of those meetings where the theme was, my theme was a lecture about how to grow independent kids as a successful mother. And there were other speakers, beautiful, beautiful women, successful women, which were getting the message and so on. And the community is indeed amazing.
And a very quality one. Your speech was indeed, your workshop was a very inspiring one. The topic was Superwoman, Supermom, but it's a kind of a joke, because we are not Superwoman and we are not super moms. So whoever understands BWFR understand that this is really, it's very cynical. The idea was, are we superwomen? No. Are we super moms? Obviously not every day. But the discussion that we had with you, which was a very inspiring and touching one, was related. It's always in the context of being business women. Right, so some of us are mothers, and we are working many hours and investing time so much in the business. It's almost like another child for many of us, and we carry a lot of emotions around this. And in many cases, I hear the discussions and the worries that we have. Will my child, is he fine? Will he be okay? Will they go to the psycholog in many years? Should I put some funds there on the side? Because we carry these feelings that we are not good enough. So that was the topic of the discussion, and it was very inspiring to hear you, and also to meet your son, and to see it was kind of a diploma. He's perfect, he's independent, and look, here is a business mom, and she was dedicating herself to the business, but still could carry on and raise beautiful kids that are independent. And they, it was like a bonus. The feeling was very comforting, and some of the things that we are seeking is to find also comfort, because we are very stressed. It's a stressing lifestyle, let's admit.
Well, and beside this amazing thing you're doing with the Business Women Forum, you're leading also a private company of your own. Tell us about this.
I'm a part of a large multinational company which is called Mentor Capital and Business Advisory, MCBA. In this group, we are having several companies, and I currently manage the social media company Evo MCBA. I enjoy every moment. I'm managing this company with all my heart and with a lot of compassion. It's a company that brings social media technologies from Israel, along with the social media management services and brand reputation services in Romania, but also outside. I mean, majority of our market is outside of Romania, and it's a very interesting business. Which is serving a lot of current needs that the market has.
What do you think about the importance of social media in our lives? Are we going, or are we yet in this moment of, it was a serious Black Mirror You heard about this?
Of course.
Well, one of the episodes of this series was about social media, how people wouldn't able to get in a plane because they wouldn't have enough likes in the social media. And so are we yet? Or is that so important? We have to be afraid by, losing the personal contact while we are into social media? What do you think?
I'm looking at social media from two perspectives. The one that we use as individuals, and we all know that for many of us it's kind of an addiction. It's our gateway, it's the way to but it's also a nice way to get in touch with people that we do not see every day. It's kind of a community, etc. So we are, to what I believe and to what I see and read, according to the mega trends that are working, we are only going to become more and more addicted to the social media. So from that point of view, social media is going to take more and more important part of our life. Whether it's good or bad, it's a very, very big discussion. It's a debate,
right.
How it is affecting our kids, how it's affecting the society, etc. I believe in this context that the answer is always about keeping a good balance.
Right.
And actually a very good example for this is no matter how much we will be addicted to the social media, people will still seek for a real community.
Yes, you're absolutely
and this
right.
You can see that whenever there are events, and only in a microcosmos, I can give the BWFR as an example. People still wants to meet, shaking hands, exchange cards, talk, hear, laugh, and still be in the social media. So it's all about finding the right balance. So that's one point of view. The other point of view, obviously, is the commercial one.
Yes.
And the commercial one is where we are entering, where social media are becoming mandatory for every brand. No matter if it's a small brand or a big brand, you must be in the social media.
Right.
And actually, I see huge advantages in that because you have a channel of communication,
right,
where you can communicate without boundaries with your potential clients. So this is wonderful. However, many brands and many companies does not know how to use this channel in the right way. They don't understand the technology behind it, or maybe they don't put enough attention in the way that they communicate through these social media channels, while actually they're actually there. So it's all about getting the opportunity and doing this in the right way. We are entering in this niche and saying, okay, we have social media, we can use it, you can gain visibility, you can even go to the highest level and reach clients and leads through smart campaigns that are managed in the social media. And we offer tools and solutions under the social media management domain. I believe a lot that this domain is requiring a high professionality and skills.
Yes.
So we often hear about companies that are maybe not happy with their social media performance and are coming to us to save them. And there are many things that we can do.
How do you do this? How are you saving them?
How we are saving them? It's a very good question, and I would like to tackle it as in two layers. So first of all, it's about creating very good content and very good strategies. So first of all, if we are looking, for example, at you as a dentist, okay, you are a dentist and you do surgeries, and for you being a dentist and you are using different technologies in your work, etc. You might think that you should communicate in some ways with your clients, maybe showing some a live performance from surgeries, etc. But maybe your audience is not interested in that. Maybe they're interested in something else. Maybe it's hard for them to see these pictures. Maybe they want to learn more about you, about your team, about your values.
You're right. Yes, I had this kind of questions on my clinic Facebook page, while of course, as a surgeon, I would put pictures from my surgeries and so on. And I had some of the people would tell me, well, don't use those anymore because we are afraid. But some other people would tell me, no, we're getting trust while you're putting those pictures, because is like this we can see that it's nothing to be afraid of, and everything is transparent, and everything we can talk about it. So what do you think?
What I think is the beautiful thing about managing social media in a professional way is that we don't need to guess.
Yes.
We are testing this way and that way, and we see what brings more results with numbers. So you may feel as a doctor that some clients likes it or some clients don't like it, but we will see what brings better visibility, what brings better click, what brings more people to your website. It will be very concrete based on number. And then following this path, we will create more content that brings more engagement and more results that is really attractive for your target audience. And it's a lot of sophistication there. So it's always start with very, very good content and strategies. And then we move to the second layer, which are the technologies. And this is actually where we are differentiating ourselves from just providing content, even though content is a very important theme and is a very important topic for a discussion. It's always the base. On the top of it, we have to put the technologies. The technologies that we created are developed in Israel, and they are top-notch technologies that are really helping.
Are they using artificial intelligence?
Yes. We are using three main technologies. First technology is a technology that is helping us reaching better performance on the Facebook and Instagram. Second one is about identifying reputation crisis around brands. What clients are actually telling about you, talking about you around the world, and this is or in your own community, in your own language. We can identify the sentiment around it with artificial intelligence. And the third one is related to generating of positive reviews. And this is a very growing trend and need, because many of us need the positive reviews. But also wants to know if there are negative reviews and to manage them.
Yes, and a lot of people, I can tell you from my experience, from my clinic, a lot of people are coming or not coming according to those reviews. And I had lately, indeed, I had a lot of patients which told me, I followed you on your Facebook page, and I saw, and it's how I've got trust into you and in you and your methods and so on and so on. So indeed, it's a very valuable way.
It's true. So you do have the communication channel, and it's up to you how you are managing it, whether you do it in a professional way or you are just leading your instinct somehow. We believe in this combination. We always take something authentic and we add on these commercial messages that will work the best. And the results are there, obviously.
Wonderful. So we have this week, in the Friday and Saturday, an amazing congress of dentistry where you have a speech, and they are going to be here doctors from 17 different countries, which never ever would think about visiting Romania, but because of this Congress, AB Dental Technology, AB Dental Implant System Congress, they are coming, and you're going to be there. What are you going to talk about them?
Exactly about this topic. So the workshop name is I Like My Dentist.
Yes.
Well, obviously it's a game of words, and it's about, first of all, liking the dentist, but also it's about how do we get the likes. How do we get the likes? And this will be the topics that we will discuss in the workshop. Some strategies for dentists, some mega trends, and how to use the social media for your benefit, to create better awareness, to reach more clients. Because when you are saying something like, some clients are telling me that they're following me on Facebook, my technology brain is telling me, wow, there is an audience that is following her on Facebook. Let's increase it. So 5 people told you they are following, they are interested in you. Let's find who they are. Let's duplicate them and let's create an audience. It's all a question of audiences. So this is what we are going to touch base in this workshop, how to think about your clients as an audience, what kind of tools exist, and also something about reviews for dentists, which is a growing thing, because there are many dentists that are not doing a good work. And when
like
you are
like
in each profession, but if you are doing so good and you are well and you are appreciated by your clients, it's very good to motivate them to submit that review because you are good. So the idea is to amplify the good service provided, to amplify the voice of the clients that are happy with your services.
And it's like a storytelling. It's like a storytelling. It's like the journey of a person which had important and significant growth through this journey, and he's bringing this to the public. Well, I've done this, I'm happy with this, and I have to testify. Because what is happening is that while people are not satisfied, they are finding the 5 minutes to write a negative review. But when they are satisfied, they, go with the wave. Well, I'm so happy about this, but rarely they are finding the time to write, I'm happy about it. Or even to tell, you look amazing. They are pleased with the dialogue or with the person, but rarely they have this, emotional intelligence or this diligence to tell you are a perfect person. I recently saw this mini movie on Facebook about a guy which was giving tickets for which was validating the parking, and he used to say each person, you look amazing because your lipstick is so good on you, and your jacket it's suiting you so well, and so on and so on, and he's got a huge success, and this is what you are bringing, this added value for people,
from real people, first of all, which is a very important thing. But I want to say something, because when you are telling me this, that people are when they are upset, they will scream, I'm not happy, and they will go and they will seek for revenge somehow, etc. And then we have a crisis. There are also ways to manage some crisis online. Maybe we can touch base that as well. But you are saying, okay, I'm doing such a good job. How can I make my clients to write something good about me, to talk about me? And because we know that when clients are saying something good, it can be a trigger for new clients to come.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
First of all, the first thing that we need to do is, first of all, ask them to submit the reviews. And here many companies are failing in the way that they ask. Many of us don't ask. They're not asking. We're not asking for the feedback. So if you're not asking for the feedback, or on the other side, I see many requests that are coming with very long surveys. Nobody has time to answer now long surveys. Maybe they want to say, thank you, you were wonderful to me, and I'm very, very satisfied. So with the technology, we actually offered the possibility to submit a very, very short review based on stars. We screen out the negative, and we allow the company owner to resolve the crisis before it is going online. That's exactly the technology. And by this, we are encouraging your clients, your real clients, to come in to submit the review. However, don't forget something. When they are submitting the review, they are taking a visit at your Facebook page.
Right.
And it has to look good.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So this is why we are talking about this in under one umbrella, which is called brand management. It's not only let me handle the reviews and l'arrivadere. It has to be a holistic view.
Right.
Everything in the social media has to look good. Then you can ask for the reviews, and people will be glad to give you the reviews. And then if someone gave you a positive review, please, let's react to the positive review.
Right.
Let's say thank you.
As well as you, if somebody is giving you a bad review, you have to react and to act into the company to the negative review.
It's true.
Because what social media is bringing us, and I saw it in my experience in the clinic and also in the other business, is bringing you a huge transparency. So if you're building an image which is not authentic, you are going to see the results immediately. It is going to be there in your face.
It's true.
You build an image which is not substantiated and is going to come through the reviews.
It's true, but it is a very basic thing.
Right.
For every company owner, for you specifically, because you are busy and you are also hiring other doctors. So for you, there are many people out there that are managing teams, and they're not always very updated with what's happening with each and every client. So that's an authentic tool to really understand what clients are feeling about you. And if we're talking about the future and where it is going, so we see that the future is going there.
Right.
Better customer service, better listening to your clients. The hand is very easy on the mouse, and people are very easy on saying bad things about you. So I'm always saying, let's try to prepare ourselves by requesting for the feedback, managing wisely the negative one, because you can control them. They are entering on the backstage in your email before they're screened out, and you can manage them, but really manage them. And I'm sure that the serious company managers, they want to hear these feedbacks.
Right.
They want to get better. It's a tool for them to fix.
Right.
Because you want your clients to be happy. We all
Right.
understand how much we invest in bringing a client.
Right.
How much money it costs to create this clientele. And we want to keep our clients happy. For
Right.
sure, if this is the medical domain, where mistakes can be critical. For sure, you want to know if someone did a mistake, and most of the mistakes, you tell me probably, can be fixed.
Of course, everything can be
So
fixed.
can be fixed. You just need to know about it.
Yes.
That's exactly the healthy approach when handling customer reviews, customer feedbacks, but as well under the umbrella of the brand management.
Now it's bringing us to aspects which are very, very healthy. First of all, you are reporting to the medical field, specifically a dental office as a business, which is a thing very specific in Western countries. It's very, it's quite related to Bucharest, let us say, but less in other cities. How can we build the concept of business around a dental office all over the country? What do you think about this?
Not sure I understand.
Thinking at a dental office as at a business.
Okay.
Which has, in my opinion, a certain accuracy.
Yes.
It's good to build to think about it at a business, because it has this healthy approach and kind of specific path of growth.
Well, if we refer to the dental domain specifically,
yes.
What I learned about this market, specifically in Romania, that it's a very growing market,
right?
But there is still space. So there is one very tough competition on clients. This is a segment that we know on the dental domain. However, clients become more and more sophisticated, and they are seeking for the best services, some kind of a good combination between quality services, a human approach, new technologies, and a good price. This is
always a good price.
always. So it's a kind of a tough combination to handle bid, because if you want to bring the very quality service,
indeed, yes, and the best technology, you have to pay a lot of money for the good technology.
So that's kind of a struggle.
Yes.
But if we take it out of this microcosmos, that's actually the problem of any company in the world. You want to be the best, you want to be differentiated, you want to be okay, and still keep a good price balance. And then there are different questions on what's the niche. Should I go on the luxury domain? Should I go on the more cheap products, etc., etc. And every dentist, every company owner should choose their path.
Right.
In related to that, we build the social media, the brand management approach. Because if you are going on the luxury domain, we can identify the target audience that is a premium audience.
Right.
And if you are going on a more lower income target audiences, we will find them in other ways.
Right.
But anyway, your page, your brand, your communication has to follow whatever you really offer.
Right.
So if we present something like a 5-star experience, and people will come to the clinic and it's not looking like a 5-star, it will be a clash between the communication to the real situation, and then it can be a crisis.
Right.
Okay, so we always have to be very authentic with ourselves and thinking, okay, how my brand should appear, what is the real picture, and to improve all the time myself.
Right.
In this context, I want to say that as I mentioned before, it's not only about dentists, because when we speak about hospitality, which is a very strong domain that we handle in the review segment. In the hospitality, we have a different online website where people are taking decisions based on reviews when they are booking their so
yes.
we have TripAdvisor and Booking.com and different areas where you can really check opinions of other people, and based on this take the decision. And there sometimes we see unhappy clients writing unhappy reviews, and the idea there is also to teach the company owners or their management team how to reply to the clients in order to avoid a crisis. So the key here is, first of all, understanding in the right moment, in real time, that someone wrote something bad about you, and to react. Same goes with when someone wrote something good about you.
Right.
So it's about learning how to react, to respond, and to close the crisis situation in real time.
Tell us more about this crisis situation. You mentioned earlier that you're gonna pinpoint some things.
Yes. This is a very interesting domain that we are managing with the technologies, with human technologies and with artificial intelligence technologies. So the tools may fit to local brands, but more to international brands that are seeking to know what clients are telling about them in every language in the real time, and to tackle it in the right way. I will give an example of a client that we work with in the hospitality domain. It's a very large company that is a competitor of Booking.com, and they had a crisis situation because they had a lot of negative reviews around the net. Their first problem was that they didn't know when clients are talking about them, and they couldn't understand exactly what they're saying, because some of them was talking in Japanese, in Russian, in different languages, and Google Translate does not always represent exactly the sentiment. Right. We call it a sentiment. Is this a positive sentiment or a negative sentiment? So they didn't know the real situation. Second of all, they didn't know how to handle a situation. So if a crisis was happening, let's say there was a discussion in a forum in Latvia, in a forum of travelers, and they were talking something bad about this website. So first of all, this company would find out. Sometimes they would find out maybe 2 weeks after the discussion was actually happening. During these 2 weeks, their brand is destroyed in this Latvian forum, which is a traveler forum, and it's very important for them. However, if someone would jump in to answer, to say something, to react, to say, we understood and we apologize, and let me check, and contact the person in a private message and invite them to a discussion. By the way, maybe they will not resolve the problem, but on the social media arena, all the followers of that forum could see that there is someone in the house.
Yes.
Someone is taking care of these clients. So, and this is that's a wonderful tool to close crises. Right. To stop them while they're happening. So the key is, first of all, knowing when they're happening, to understand the sentiment, and then closing the situation by replying to the client. And we know that's a win-win game. Right. Because when you reply, situation in most of the cases is closed.
Of course.
Is closed. So from the branding point of view, you did your part. Yes, we know that there are some situations, there are crazy clients, they continue and etc. But everybody is seeing that discussion and they see that it's not a balanced discussion.
Yes.
Same goes with competitors. Sometimes competitors wants to destroy your brand. And then we can use the same tools in order to close the situation. So we are using this mixed technology and human know-how to resolve this crisis online.
Wonderful. It's indeed amazing. And I can tell you that in my entrepreneurship experience, indeed, I faced those kind of problems. Well, now the thing is, you have to be in control over a quite large area because you have the website, you have your website mentioned in all kind of places, and you have the Facebook pages, and what other means in social media are you using here in Romania?
There are other arenas. If we speak on social media, we can separate a little bit, because if we speak on social media, the social media arenas, the main one in Romania are Facebook and Instagram, and after them LinkedIn and Twitter. Twitter is not very strong in Romania.
You're right.
It's not. LinkedIn is quite a strong one. It's oriented for the B2B, but we are actually offering the complete solution that is covering all the four arenas. So we are managing all these arenas. But in the review segment, we always think, okay, where can your clients submit the reviews? And you may think, okay, I want my clients to submit the reviews in my Facebook page. So we should encourage them to submit them in my page. And we can also generate them to the website. But you will be probably interested to know that if you are, this we will talk about in our workshop with the dentist, there are many dentists that are interested, dentists or even doctors that are offering here in Romania some services, and they are looking to bring tourists. So medical tourism, right?
And we're doing this also,
for sure. So then you can tell me, okay, my biggest audience is coming from the UK. This is the market that I'm interested in.
Or I want to improve
I
this
want to improve.
market.
I want to bring more. And then we will tell you that there are several websites in the UK where clients are submitting reviews about dentists. Would you like to be there? And your answer will be, of course I do.
Of course I do.
Of course I do. If I have happy clients from the UK or from Romania that I can channel to this website to submit a review in English, why not doing this? It can help other clients, because we can tell you that the UK customers that are searching for dental services, they are looking there.
Right.
So there are different indexes of reviews for each and every segment, for dentists, for hotels, for veterinarians, pet,
of course they are,
e-commerce, different services that even for installatos. I mean, there are different segments around the world. It's not only Facebook, it's a very, very large domain. And if you are thinking on different audience from outside, it's also a good tool.
Indeed it is. But tell me, I noticed from our page that a lot of happy patients would add their reviews as a comment, not as a review. We are able somehow to transfer these comments into reviews?
Technically, no, because if they submitted the review, but you know what it means? It means that you didn't offer them the opportunity to write a review about you. It means you have happy clients.
Yes.
They're so happy. They're coming to your page and writing a note. Dr. Nassar is the best. Thank you so much for helping me, right? We want this to be for forever in your recommendation chapter. So in that case, it's either contacting the client and asking them, please review, or using our technologies and sending the review request and channeling them to the review on the Facebook.
And what are you doing with clients? How do you invite clients to the online? I'll give you some specific example. 2 weeks before, I had a very happy patient which drew a picture for me especially. They are, I don't know, 60 something years old, and they it's an amazing family.
Story.
They used to live in Israel for many years, and now they came back to Romania, and they choose me to come. They are not living in Bucharest, in another place, and they choose us to come to fix their teeth. And she was so happy that she drew me a picture. So how are you inviting those people to the online medium, because it's not their thing?
First of all, maybe they are not really the direct audience, but first of all, as on the social media management part, I would ask you if you communicated this story on in all your Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn channel.
Know, but we made some pictures. I don't know.
It has to be a very professional. This we can say we can make a complete dinner around this. It's a complete dinner because when we have such a wonderful story, we can share the story in many ways and also promote the post. Okay, with the technologies that we are using in order to reach audiences, in order to reach your potential audiences. So the answer remains on promoting the post. If you created a very nice post, I wonder if the pictures that you did are good enough, if the text is engaging, etc. And if it was a very good and catchy post, people would react to that. Yes. And how you invite people to join the social media, actually this is a tricky question, because when we are talking about social media management, we are working on the ones that exist in the social media. Okay, so the first test that we will do, or check that we will do, is really who is the audience that is following you, and is it really the audience that you want? So you may say, okay, I'm more on a premium level, so I learned from my statistics that I really want the people that are between 40 to 55, because this is where they need me the most, and this is what I want. And maybe we will see that in your social media, the one that you have now are 22 to 45. It's really not your target audience, because your cream is on 42 and extra, you know. So we can change through technologies, the promotion strategies, and to reach the real target audience. It's a complete world. And obviously you may think now, wow, it sounds a little bit complicated. I wasn't thinking about this. What do I need to do? And this is, again, one of the mistakes, because many people are trying to do this alone. Can you imagine me trying to fix alone my teeth? Obviously not.
Well, but I can tell you that I know some dentists which are fixing their teeth alone of their own. I think they're crazy.
It's tricky. Exactly. It's tricky. This is like a honey trap. It's a honey trap, which is called Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Why it's a honey trap? Because it's like you can fake yourself, you can do it alone. And you may do it alone. Theoretically, you can put a post. I mean, this is an arena that we all know. We use this arena every day.
Yes.
So you may think, oh, it's just posting.
Yes.
True. It's just posting. But the just posting will not bring you to wherever you want, because you cannot be professional in something. It's a discussion about expertise and professionality, something that is so easy for real professionals to understand. So I'm always saying, yes, you can do it alone. Of course you can. And you will save a lot of money. But we are talking here about making money.
Right.
Not about saving money.
You're absolutely right. Yes. And I totally love your approach, as you know, this Israeli kind of thing. While you have an answer for each question, which is very building things. I mean, indeed, because it's not about proving a thing, but it's about improving and building.
True. But this is coming with the expertise.
Right.
And this is coming because I have a very good team around me. A team that is mixed with brilliant content copywriters, people that knows how to create very nice content out of very boring topics. Sometimes,
which is a thing.
It's a boring thing. I mean, how do you create interest around a whitening procedure for the teeth. It's not so interesting. How do we make it sexy? I mean, we need to engage people.
Yes.
So we have to talk about it in different ways. So that's the content. And the other part of my team are the technologies people. And you know that the Facebook and the Instagram specifically, they're changing so much.
Yes, everything
all the
is
time.
so volatile. Yes.
Yes, it's very hard to follow. How can you as a company owner managing your accounting and your clients and
Right.
and your own professional issues? You are a doctor, so you have your own seminars and technologies that you need to
Right.
follow and learn all the
Right,
time.
right.
Now you will study how Facebook changed their
Yes.
platforms and their regulation. This is insane.
Right.
But did you know that, for example, if you put too much text on the picture, you cannot promote it? You might not even know that because you're not
Right.
following the updates
Yes,
that Facebook
yes,
is
yes.
doing. But we are. This is what we do. So I really need your help with my teeth. I cannot do it alone. You have to tell me what's the best technology and I will choose the right expert which I can trust
Right. You're
to help me
absolutely
to
right.
find the solutions. I mean, it's about expertise.
Right. And is your team based here in Romania or they're abroad?
A part of it. A part of it is located here, and a part of it is in Israel. And we also have a multinational team because we offer services in different languages, and the company is growing very well. It brings me a lot of joy.
Which is very good, and you manage somehow with the forum and with the business, and you manage to
yes.
be a good
Thank
leader. And
I have to say something about this because many people are asking me. So Ivo MCBA is also managing free of charge the BWFR social media. And I'm very proud of this because BWFR became very successful. We are a social media baby. Everything that we did was through the social media, the events that we promote, the information that we post, the speaker that we present to the forum, different arenas. We just opened a very nice arena this week, B2B Trade Arena, BWFR B2B Trade Arena. It is called Made in Romania. And Made in Romania is about women working with each other and doing referrals. It's a group, and I invite everybody to join the group. It is called Made in Romania. Also,
I am in this group also.
Yes, and you know what? It's very interesting to see what kind of we see already. We saw on the first day that people started to submit requests, and they're looking
and
for different
references.
suppliers.
Very good, very good.
That's
so it's
very
almost
practical.
everything you could need on this forum.
It's true, and that's a part of the services which is called community management, because
Right.
also community management require expertise, and I'm very proud that we can contribute these technologies also to an NGO. But it's a live example that when you are doing things in the right way, and this is something that I'm talking about a lot in the forum, because many people are asking, okay, what's the secret of success, etc. And I'm really trying to avoid this type of...
It's not a specific, it's
exactly.
not one secret. Each one of us has her own secret, no?
It's first of all working in a very professional way.
Right.
Dedicating yourself in the right way to the business. BWFR was never a business, will never be a business. It's a community, it's a philanthropic activity, and it's an NGO, but it is still here to serve thousands of people. Right. So it has to work in a very professional way. And the way that we did it was through using the really professional services that allowed us to grow and running on a very long term. So I always say, think on a long run. Think
Right.
on a long run, because it's a long way to go. And if you will build it in the right way and you will invest all your resources in doing this in a professional way, I assure you, you will see the results. For sure.
Yes, I know what you're talking about, because it's what I'm telling to my patients while they are asking me for compromises, or save this teeth, or don't do that, or you know, building a thing as a provisory which would which would be long lasting. But I'm telling them, no, think on a long term. I'm moving forward many years, 10 years, 15 years, I don't know. I want you to be happy about about those implants 20 years from now on. So this is how you have to move to the next level, to act and to be a professional.
It's true. The next level is, by the way, is our slogan. But I want to say that this is another change that I personally see in the Romanian economy. Because 14 years ago, people were very focused on, let's do business now. What do I do now? How can I make my incomes now? Then came the crisis in 2008, and people changed their point of view, and they understood that thinking on the now is okay, but thinking on the long run will bring you to the real success. Right. And whoever survived this crisis, actually, from a business point of view, became very, very strong. And there are many examples for that from the banking domain and the real estate, etc. Think about it. Whoever didn't run away, thought, okay, let me look at the market, let me understand what is happening here, and let me see how I can take advantages of the services and the surrounding and what I can build on the long term. They are here big time. Right. So same way we can translate, and I see that slowly there is a mindset changing. I see it also with the business women in the community. I see it with my clients, understanding that things are taking time. Right. And especially in marketing, by the way, obviously you can see immediate results, but the real results are taking a little bit more time to reach, and you need to have the durability to make a long run business performance.
Beautiful. And all this, Business Women Forum and your business and so on, while you have your own home and your own kids, and you're getting your son of his trainings. How do you manage this?
First of all,
do you have time for yourself?
Oh,
I know it was a tricky one.
Thank you for pointing this out. Yes, true. I have 2 children, and both of them are professional footballists. Both my girl and my son, and we are very glad that we can support them in getting their dream come true, and really doing something that is so significant to their development. This whole football experience is overwhelming for me, because I've never been in that arena, and for me to look at their development is amazing. Yes, me and my husband are both business people, and I'm sure it is not, let's say, the most perfect childhood for my kids, but may God help me, I'm trying the best as I can, and you as a role model just comfort me this week that it will be fine. My goal is to raise independent and happy kids, and I think we are on the right track and the right way, because they are independent, they are very happy kids. They are my superpower. They are my secret power, and they are very supportive in whatever I do. That's the key. I have a very supportive husband and a very supportive kids, very supportive family that believes in me, that allows me to do whatever I want, whenever I want, follow my crazy dreams, understanding its ups and downs. They're always there to support me. And you know it's a key factor.
Yes, it is. So do you think that Romania is a good place to grow happy kids and independent kids?
Wow, this is a very interesting question, because first of all, the answer is yes. If I wouldn't believe in that, I was not moving here, because this is the kids and the family happiness is very, very important. You have to understand that coming from Israel, you probably know it's kind of a stressful country. People are stressed, and also the situation in Israel, which is it's not always the most easiest one. When I came to Romania, I felt a huge difference in the way that people are living here, in the Romanian time perception. Let's say things are going a little bit slower, and people are less stressed. I actually really liked that. And I try to enjoy both of the worlds. So I'm still a crazy Israeli inside, moving things very fast, etc. But I still enjoy the relaxation that the Romanians are allowing me to live in. On the other side, I still there is a lot of place to improve this country in this aspect. So one of the most critical issues that the country is currently has to fix is the educational system.
Right.
We are not yet in a situation where we can offer the best solutions, even not if you are in the private system. So yes, the kids are going to private schools, etc. But I think that there is a way to improve. And in this aspect, I would love to see a better Romania. I think there is a place to be improved.
I'm sure it is going to happen. Because I saw it through my eyes in every field, things were settling down and improving more and more and more, even though if till now there are huge changes from a time to a time, and regulations are changing and rules are changing, and even laws are changing from a half a year to a half a year, but I'm sure eventually in some future.
It has to be a priority.
Yes,
it has to be a priority.
Right.
So in my point of view as a mother for 2 kids, we are living here, we are a part of this society. I would love this to be better.
Right.
In all the aspects. And when I speak about this, I'm also speaking about the after school activities,
right.
leisure activities, more culture activities, more facilities for sport. We know that sport now, maybe I'm an ambassador of sport because of my kids, but I know that it's really a life-changing mechanism for kids.
It is, indeed.
And many of them can be stuck with their iPad and or just at home or very isolated without meeting other kids. Sport can change everything.
Right.
And I would love Romania to put this in the priority. Of course, until it will happen, we continue to pay for the private clubs and the private schools. And then we are happy with what they are providing. But here is really the disadvantage of Romania, I must admit. And I hope it will get better in the next years to come.
It will, because there are a lot of initiatives, and more they are going to the public field. So
it's true. In this aspect, my contribution is supporting the NGOs. So actually under BWFR, we support hundreds of NGOs. NGO managers, so we offer them the managerial and the business know-how to manage their NGOs, same as it was a company, just without a profit line at the end of the month. So every NGO needs to manage themselves exactly as a business, and the profit should continue and contribute to their own growth and to the community growth.
Right.
This is what we want to do with them. And I'm really glad to see that there are many, many, many initiatives that are entering exactly where the public sector cannot support yet because of other priorities. So I will not enter to political context. I'm always saying, okay, there are other priorities now, but still kids with the Down syndrome, they need to play basketball somewhere. We have a wonderful lady in the forum that is doing these activities, and we offer our small contribution to help her. By embracing her to our community and by teaching her how to manage better her NGO. And like this, there are hundreds of stories. So I see some of the change coming through the NGOs. And it's always, I'm very emotional when I'm talking about the NGOs in Romania, because I think they are really bringing the wind of change.
Right.
And we must help them. If you are seeing me out there, and you are a businesswoman or a businessman, maybe one of the goals for the coming year is for you to embrace one NGO. Just help one NGO. And by helping, I don't mean only to contribute money, which is the easy way, by the way. It's very easy to contribute the 2% or to be sponsored. That's the easy part. That's the obvious part. But the right way is to really meet with them, is to help them. I know that you are doing this.
Yes, and
is to volunteer, is to come and help them, is to meet with the owner, to see how you can help him and her to do better. Because at the end of the day, when you have a need, they are there to help you, and they are filling a lot of gaps.
Right.
That will be completed only when the situation in Romania will be better and it will take some time. So
Right.
we can
It will
really
take.
help each other in this context.
And as far as I'm concerned, as far as I see it, it's a matter of civic attitude.
Exactly.
Because what I'm feeling is that I am blessed, and I was blessed with, strength and power and everything. I could build everything I wanted to. So it's my duty, my civil duty, to pay it forward, to give things to other people.
It's true. And then the question is, and that's a discussion that we have a lot in the forum, but I don't have time, and
It's
I
a
don't
matter
have
of
money, and now I have problems in my business. Listen, time we will never have,
Right.
money is never enough.
Right.
It's about the civil duty, exactly
Right.
as you mentioned, and the fact that we are all a part of this community. So we can complain, we can say I'm not happy, and we can choose to do.
Right. You're brilliant. Well, thank you, Osnat, so much. It was such a joy to have you here.
Thank you.
I'm so happy with this discussion.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure being here. And I hope to see you soon again.
Of course. And good luck.
Thank you.